Hey guys, welcome to a franchise sequel filled box of pop culture unboxing. Today we are talking a little bit about Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 and our thoughts on it. We also talk a little bit about upcoming sequels for Star Wars in the High Republic era, 400 years ago with Yoda, I guess. We mentioned a little bit about Taika Waititi. We talk about National Treasure 3, and a couple other things. So make sure you guys stay tuned and enjoy the episode. So are we going to see Dr. Dolittle?
I don't think we should.
Okay.
I'm
I'm fine with that.
Do you want to know how it ends?
How?
It ends
With a dragon, right?
Yeah, it ends with that dragon, but the dragon gets an enema, gets bagbites pulled out of its butt.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
No.
I'm serious.
It gets, wait, what pulled out of its butt?
Bagpipes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why did Robert Downey Jr. agree to this?
I don't know. This is his first film outside of the MCU.
Is it?
Yeah, it's his first film out of the MCU after putting dropping the torch.
Who pulled the strings to get him there?
Oh man, I don't know.
Ugh.
But I watched a cool.
At least we have Sonic to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of things to look forward to, Ryan,
What's going on, Matt?
I'm looking forward to recording this episode with you, friend.
I know, man.
Yeah.
We're back.
Welcome to another episode of
Another episode.
Yeah,
This
we
is
were
like
here a
a
week
new-
ago, but yeah, we're back, I guess.
Well, of course we were here, but you know what, Matt? That week, because we don't see each other for a full week, I miss you.
I miss you too.
2 days later, I'm just like, I wonder how my baby boy's doing.
Mhm.
Like, I wonder. I wonder how
And
his
then
beard.
and then your baby boy texts you with a news article that you already knew about.
Yeah, and then I'm like, Matt, read our show notes, please. Like,
But
do
that's
some
a whole
work.
couple extra clicks, and
Do some work.
I already have my phone deliver me the news, so I don't have to do any work.
Do the work, mate.
What if any part of my involvement in this makes you think that I do anything to go out of my way to do work?
I know. I should have learned back when we started Red Steak Sauce.
Yeah, but
That
this
was-
is something else. Welcome to Pop Culture Unboxing. I'm Matt,
And I'm Ryan.
and
We got some news for you
we
today.
do have a lot of news.
So, Matt, last episode I started this with
Yeah,
or I ended last episode with
we have to cash the check we wrote.
yeah. So last episode I started with just asking, like, did the MCU ruin film for you? And
Okay, wait, we're talking about that second. That's right.
Yeah.
We'll cash that check later.
Well, hang on. We'll get to that in a minute. Whatever we're talking about, who knows? But
If you listen to last week's episode, you know.
yeah.
what we're gonna
So
talk about
we
later.
talked about the
And if you listen to the intro to this one,
yeah. Anyway, if you you remember we talked about the MCU ruin it. That conversation did not go how it as deep and
Did you want me to
thoughtful
agree?
I thought it was going to go. No, I just wanted it to go a little deeper, but it didn't.
It
You
didn't.
just disagreed. You didn't think it ruined films for you.
I mean, you didn't push me to explain my disagreement.
Yeah, that's fair. It's all my fault.
It
I'll take responsibility, as it will always be. But the other question, but it kind of like it brought a question in my head because I went back and was like re-looking at the future of the MCU.
Okay.
And you know, with Phase 4, has there been anything out there that has said, you know, I'm excited?
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That's
that title
what you're
that title sounds dope.
Really?
If they do it the way that title implies of like, you know, Lovecraftian horror.
Well, apparently that's going to be a horror film.
If they actually do go for that, I'm all in.
But I don't. So even if it's a horror film, that scares me a little bit because it's still MCU movies. Like, you can't put like maybe a PG-13 rating. That's about it. But like, good horror films aren't PG-13. But I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure the Babadook, if it didn't have language in it,
the
would
MCU
easily be a PG-13 movie.
yeah. But like the MCU, like maybe you can do it. I don't know. But the thing is, like, the listing of what's coming out, I think there's only 2 things that I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
And that's Thor, Love and Thunder. But the only reason I'm excited for that one is because of the director. And so far, every
It's
film,
Taika Waititi, right?
yeah, every
Nice.
film I've seen that he has been a part of has been exciting, or at least surprised me in some way.
Yeah.
But other than that, like you've got like the Eternals, they're coming out. Nah, it's like I don't know the Eternals
I don't really
very
know
well.
them either.
Phase 4 is also full of like.
Let's. All right, I want to be fair. What we're talking about now is the same thing that everyone said when Phase 2 was going on. Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, who wants to watch a talking raccoon? Like,
yeah.
So, given that hindsight, I'm not as ready to just say, "Oh, that sounds stupid."
Well, I don't think it sounds stupid. I just don't have like much excitement for this phase. And the other thing that kind of bothers me is also what's a part of Phase 4 is the Disney Plus TV shows.
Yeah.
So like if you want to follow this, I worry that if you want to follow this, like you have to go out and buy Disney Plus, watch all these shows, and the shows don't really sound that interesting because you've got WandaVision, which apparently that the ending of that show will tie into the Doctor Strange one, and then you've got Hawkeye, which is Hawkeye training someone to be the next Hawkeye. But these are shows that they have already stated are only going to be one season, and then they go into a film. So you're making a TV show to build into films instead of just making a TV show. Like we've got Moon Knight coming out.
You got what?
Moon Knight. So that he's a defender. Like he's one of the defenders.
So wait, does that mean that we're going to get more Daredevil stuff?
No, we're not. No. So, and that's the other problem I have is
that's the frustrating thing. Is
those TV shows were good and they loosely imply they're a part of the MCU, but they're not when it matters.
That's the thing. It did the same thing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did, where it was a one-way relationship, where the shows reacted to the movies, but not the other way around.
Yeah, and I just worry that...
And that sucks, because Daredevil was really good.
I just worry that, like, the future, especially with, like, Kevin Feige, he has his plan, but he's coming over to Star Wars. Like, he's coming... Like, you can't help but wonder, like, how can this man focus on that, building a Star Wars universe? Because that's what they want to do, is they want to make Star Wars this, like...
I'm fine with that.
And they want to MCU-ify Star Wars.
MCU had its time.
But, like, we're still going to have more MCU films. It's just, I don't like the fact that it's so spread out with, like, TV shows.
Yeah.
That are just there to help set up movies. Instead, just make them movies. Like, continue your MCU... Because don't make me buy... It's the same way with, like, the new Star Wars film count. When it's going to be released on Disney Plus, apparently there's going to be extended footage that's Disney Plus exclusive. So, like, you want me to buy Disney Plus to see those exclusive stuff that some people say may make it better. But, like, I don't have a lot of faith in Rise of Skywalker being better because you added 5 minutes extra footage.
So it's a valid argument that that's shady business practice. But on the other hand, are you seriously not going to have Disney Plus?
I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, The Mandalorian keeps me in. But the fact that I'm not going to get Mandalorian for a while.
But that's the thing, is they have all their backlog of stuff. Like, all their cartoons and Pixar films, they have all those to keep you on there. Whereas, I don't know, CBS All Access.
Yeah.
I'm going to be probably dropping it once Picard is out. Once I watch Picard, and I'll probably drop it until Discovery Season 3.
Yeah.
Whenever that is.
But, like, for me, Disney Plus, like, there's no reason to hold it outside. Like, I don't need it to go see the other Star Wars films because I already bought them all. Yeah. Like, I don't need to see Marvel films because I already bought them all. Like,
that's fair.
I have no reason to stay with it. And I guess I can understand why some people have bought Disney Plus and you know, you've got the new Star Wars the Clone Wars season coming out.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like that might be a reason to buy it. And
to be fair, I'm not paying for it. Verizon's paying for a year of it for me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a flow of stuff coming in to keep you on Disney Plus. I just feel like it's a little bit shady and disingenuous to put so much love into the MCU, and now it's very clear you don't know what you want to do with the future of it. And so you're going to use your platform, Disney Plus. You're going to use it to get more people to Disney Plus.
But here's my thing, and I've used this argument before, and I will continue to do it until it's not a valid argument. But why should they stop? People are paying them the money.
That's
what
true.
Is their incentive to not do that?
That's true. You're right.
It doesn't make it less shady.
Yeah,
but
if it's money, I mean, yeah, if it works, it works.
It's like that meme of Mr. Krabs. Why are you making this decision? I like money.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Disney, here's very shortly, Disney is just going to own everything. Like at this point with the Disney and Sony thing with Spider-Man, they're eventually just going to wait until they either buy Spider-Man and they lose a profit, or they wait for Sony to get bought out, which they might, which then they can take their property back. Like,
yeah. Speaking of all those mergers, did you hear they dropped the name Fox?
Yep, it's now 20th Century Studios.
Yep, and they're breaking Searchlight out into its own thing.
But that's weird because I thought the 20th Century Studios was already the name of it. I thought it was just a part of
it.
Fox
Was
Studios.
In 1963.
I'm
sorry, 1936.
What was it called now? Like what's it been called before they decided to take the Fox name?
20th Century Fox.
Oh, really? Okay.
When Fox bought 20th Century Studios in 1936, that was when that merger happened, and now they're breaking them back apart.
See, that's something so little that I never noticed. Or
it's a business thing.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is they're keeping things like what used to be Fox Searchlight is now Searchlight. That was essentially it was Fox's version of Miramax, where it was Miramax was Disney's way of taking risks. They would release it under Miramax so they could take big risks.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And that's what Fox did with Searchlight.
Oh.
Off the top of my head, I'm not familiar with any big Searchlight movies that were huge hits. But it's nice that they're still keeping it there, because I know Searchlight is pretty beloved.
Yeah, I don't know any film. I can look them up real quick.
So now that they have that, do you think the next handful of Star Wars movies are going to have the 20th Century logo in front of them again?
Probably. I would not be surprised.
There's something about that is very Star Wars.
Films under 20th Century, or no, Searchlight. That's what we're.
Yeah, let's see what Searchlight films were out there. But yeah, now I disagree with the idea that Disney's going to have this stranglehold.
Wow, this is crazy. Actually,
what's up? Let's hear.
So, Lucy in the Sky. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one, but The Shape of Water.
Okay.
Super Troopers.
I see 28 Days Later there.
Tolkien. Black Swan. That Tolkien's gonna come back later.
Yeah.
Thank You for Smoking, which was a fantastic film.
See what these movies are. Is they are not all necessarily going to be big, huge blockbusters, or they're like 28 Days Later, where they are.
Yeah, I think 28
art house stuff here. There's Juno.
Yeah, I think 28 Days Later was like really the only blockbuster film. Well, Black Swan and Super Troopers, I guess.
But those are all kind of risky films. They're not a big franchise.
Oh, Notorious was on there. That's interesting.
Yeah.
The Wrestler. That was good. Yeah, there's some decent films underneath here.
Yeah. And you could do the same thing with Miramax. Is they have, I believe, the only one that comes to mind right away is Castaway, I think was Miramax. I think.
Castaway. Castaway under Miramax.
Yeah, because Miramax was the way Disney could make a movie without putting the Disney name on it. So they could take big risks. Or distribute it, rather.
Miramax. Miramax they made the Bruce Almighty stuff. Bruce and Evan Almighty. I knew that.
One better than the other.
I never saw Evan Almighty.
I didn't either. I heard it sucked.
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Romeo and Juliet. Didn't know that was under them.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible, actually.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird connections out there that.
Yeah, but this just adds on to be like, man, Disney owns everything.
They do own a lot, for sure.
Thief and the Cobbler.
Oh my God.
Dude, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Thief and the Cobbler. That deserves its own episode to discuss. That is simultaneously one of the biggest achievements and one of the biggest travesties in all of animated film.
You're going to have to
remember the overarching thing is that Thief and the Cobbler eventually became Aladdin, but the Thief and the Cobbler is something that fans to this day are still trying to turn into or to remaster and finish. It was a very ambitious movie. It was one of the last of the great time of, hand-drawn animation every panel. I need to show you some clips from this.
We'll have to look into this and talk about this later because I'm interested in that in another episode. Maybe we'll talk about that.
Yeah, it is.
Tom and Jerry the movie was under there. Into the West.
I'm not familiar with any of these.
Yeah, neither am I. Flipper and Lopaka?
Whatever that is.
The Best of Tokyo Pig. Pokemon Forever, Celebi, Voice of the Forest.
Boy.
They've done a lot of Pokemon movies. Bionicle, the movie.
Oh, really?
They did
I love Bionicle.
They created Bionicle. Am I not saying that right?
What?
Bionicle. Oh my. I said it right the first time, and for some reason my
Legend
brain...
of Metro Nui, Bionicle 3, Web of Shadow.
Yeah.
Web of Shadows.
Beyblade. They made it Beyblade.
Oh my god.
Beyblade.
All right, we've gone down this rabbit hole far enough.
All right, well, we need to move on. I'm done with this subject, but I don't think we got anywhere. So you're not excited for Phase 4, or are you?
I'm indifferent. I'll wait to see some trailers. Black Widow looked cool. I kind of like seeing David Harbour be a crazy Russian dude.
Cool. What? Okay.
So I'll wait to see trailers.
All right, I'm as interested in that. The other thing that we have to talk about today, Matt, that I wanted to switch in, and this is kind of like the bigger, bulkier thing to talk about, and this is something you made me talk about because you promised it in the last episode.
I did.
I would mention it. So rumors are coming out about this Star Wars High Republic, and this rumor comes from a guy named Jason Ward from the website Making Star Wars. This is a show that apparently takes place after Darth Bane has created the role of 2.
Actually, it would have been thousands of years after he did.
Yeah.
This doesn't take place too much further back.
But it doesn't, it doesn't
also, before we get too far into this one.
What?
Did you see the news recently that there was more confirmation that Colin Trevorrow's script was real? The leak was real?
I did.
There was concept art of that Tor Valum.
Oh, really?
Released in a recent art book.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and it shows pretty much what he described.
I didn't see the art book stuff.
It's almost totally confirmed at this point. Actually, several news outlets did confirm that it was true.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so that script we read last time, totally real. It could have been. To be fair, it was a first draft.
I don't want to talk about it, but...
Anyway, High Republic.
So it's called the High Republic. So this is the portion. This isn't.
Is that what fans are calling it, or what they're calling it?
No, this is what it's called. Like they've mentioned the High Republic back in like comics and some older stuff.
Okay.
The High Republic is.
But it's not the movie title.
No,
right?
it's just like the time of where this would take place, which the High Republic would have been is about 400 years before like where the Phantom Menace starts.
Well, no, the High Republic's right up to the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, but it's 400 years. Like about 400 years is when the start of the High Republic, and I think that's where this is probably going to go.
Oh, what? Showing it established? I thought the idea was that it was going to be just in the middle of the High Republic.
I think it's going to probably show out. We don't know, but there's belief it's going to be showing the establishment of the High Republic, or like while the High Republic is at its prime. And one of the things, speaking of prime, Yoda is going to be in his prime, which.
Do you think it's going to be Frank Oz? Or are they going to get someone that sounds like him?
I would like them to use Frank Oz, but by the time these are made, I doubt. And I don't know.
The way they're describing what they want him to be, he's going to have to be available for a while.
Yeah.
So my bet is they're going to pick someone who can sound similar but younger.
Yeah, and like so in the article with they had mentioned that Yoda would be in his prime because of the time of this. Also, they say about. To like give everyone a little heads up, like these films will not make up a trilogy, but rather a series of films which will be released in the same story era and interconnect and
they're
also
describing the MCU.
Yeah, so as it appears, it's going to be MCU-ified version of Star Wars, which is where we relate to Kevin Feige being a part of Star Wars now. This is probably his project. While nothing's been announced, we should add that there's apparently several sources that this comes from. I have the actual article clicked in here, but there's also information. I can never say his name right, so go ahead and say
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, he's been approached to make a Star Wars project or be a part of a Star Wars project more by directing it. So it's not crazy to think that with Kevin Feige being a part of this, knowing what he can do would pull Taika Waititi into this project.
And we can't really bring him up without someone, because one of the major things I saw online when his name started getting thrown around a couple days ago about this, is people saying like, "Oh, do they know what they're like? Do they see what we do in the shadows? Like, do they know what they're getting into?" It's like, of course they do. Thor Ragnarok was a hit.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a what is it? Chris Miller and Phil Lord thing.
Yeah.
Where they get booted off partway through. It's someone they know. Disney's already familiar with him and how he worked. I mean, whatever he does is not going to be as bad as what's his name? Guardians of the Galaxy. All the drama around him.
James Gunn.
Yeah, all the drama around him. Which again, how does that drama hit you? How does it affect that much? He started out making trauma films.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to be that kind of person who's going to make those kind of jokes.
I mean,
so that's the thing is I think Taika Waititi is a great choice.
When you mentioned about him him directing, Thor Ragnarok. Did you know he said in an interview that he thought that was going to be a career killer. He thought that was going to kill his career because it's a big project.
And the last 2 Thor movies were not well received.
Yeah, so it made sense
I think
that would be.
It's pretty much agreed on that Thor 1 is the weakest of the original handful, right?
Yeah, Thor 1 is.
But no, it's not.
Well, no, Hulk is the weakest.
Hulk is.
But Thor comes right after that. So
because it has to stand up against Iron Man and Captain America, and we don't talk about Iron Man 2.
Yeah, but he apparently said it was going to be a career killer, and I guess that it does make sense. Like you said, those were two of the worst films in the MCU, which I didn't see them until later.
Yeah,
I didn't see them when
Thor
they first
1's not that bad. It's just not as good as Iron Man or Captain America.
Yeah, but
Thor 2 is
they were finding their pieces.
And Thor 2 is not terrible either. It's just really forgettable.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff in the Endgame where they bring back I remembered. It was nice to have a refresher because I didn't remember.
They knew you needed it.
Yeah, and one of the things that's funny about him that he directed, I didn't know this, and since Lord of the Rings has been a part of my life. Did you know he made a New Zealand commercial for safety video, all based on Lord of the Rings?
Oh, really?
So I'll have to show it to you after the episode.
That sounds cool.
I'll link it so you can put it on the show notes. But
okay.
Yeah, he does this, and the only time he's in it is he's playing Gandalf sitting in a chair in an air seat, talking about how you should buckle in as Gandalf.
Oh my god!
And they actually have the guy that plays Frodo in it, and at one point they have
Elijah Wood.
They have him shrunken down, so as a tiny person in the chair, but way too small.
Oh my god!
Next to a stewardess who's explaining all about how small children should be buckled.
Oh my god!
It's a hilarious New Zealand air video.
Speaking of that too, is of him dressed up as people. Again, you're hiring someone to work on Star Wars and who has worked on Marvel films, who also has a film where he is Hitler.
Yeah,
this dude he's rising. He's pretty much one of the untouchables at this point.
But I like his films.
But he's good.
I haven't found a film of his that I hate.
What We Do in the Shadows is brilliant.
Yeah, I just watched it.
Really?
Just watched it, but I had watched it a couple weeks ago. I guess you could say I just watched it, but I was very pleased.
It was such a good movie.
I think one of the scenes is really funny for that is when they first start introducing him, and he's going in through everyone's rooms to have a roommate meetup, and the one door he opens up, and the oldest vampire is still dead, and he's just slowly creeping up against
Peter
him.
Or something like that.
Yeah, and then he just jump scares him, and it's just really fun. His reaction, oh, sorry, we're gonna have a roommate meeting down in when you get a chance, if you can make it. And then it cuts to them all sitting around the table, and it's is Peter coming? It's I don't think so. I thought he was going to come, but I don't think he's coming.
Oh my god! Yeah,
and that one point he's over to the room, and that one vampire is having a weird sex thing in his apartment, and then he closes the door, and then the guy answers, and the room looks normal again, but it's in the inside, on the wall is just a bloody orgy.
Oh my god! And then my favorite line that I have to censor for this is the reason they prefer virgins is because it's the same way that we like our sandwiches, knowing that no one's effed them.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't know you wanted me to repeat it.
And then they want what do they like? They like giving their victims biscotti.
Biscotti.
And then convincing them they're the werewolves chaining each other to trees. And they're just antagonizing the werewolves. They can't go to a club unless they're invited in.
That was such a good.
I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch What We Do in the Shadows.
It's
like a mockumentary style following
about vampires
of a bunch of vampire flatmates in New Zealand,
which is so. Oh my
it's
God,
amazing.
It's so funny.
The Beast. All right. But yeah, Taika Waititi, great guy. I love his stuff.
He makes good stuff.
We do need to see Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit's it's on the Oscars list.
It is.
It's on the Oscars list. But
speaking of, we got to talk about that.
Yeah. I forgot to add it into this, so maybe we'll save that for next episode. We'll actually go into our Oscars list because we'll have more time to see more of these films.
Yeah.
Which we should try to make time to see some of the films next week. Another, like, with this, like, Star Wars high thing, to go back to where we were.
Yeah.
Is this what you want to see, or did you really wish it was the Old Republic stuff? Like, what do you want to see from the next Star Wars group of films?
I'm relatively indifferent. I'm excited for more Star Wars, as much as you can be with how inundated we were.
Yeah.
But that being said, I never played Knights of the Old Republic. I don't have any real special connection to it. So for that reason, I'm cool with, showing the High Republic.
Yeah.
I just want to see new spaceships.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm about indifferent too. I don't know if I want to see. I don't know, man. I feel weird. I feel like I don't really want to see any more Star Wars stuff.
That's why they pump the brakes. I'm so hyped for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Is that coming out this summer?
I think no. I don't think so. Let me see when the Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out.
A series.
Yeah.
It's a TV series. So it can't be this summer. That's too soon. We would have seen a trailer by now. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. And yeah, I'll wait till we hear more to really pass judgment on the High Republic. But it seems like it'll be pretty interesting. A cool take. It'll give a lot of directors a lot of freedom.
So, indicating that he will be ready, willing. That was 2019.
So
it doesn't look like we actually have a release date yet.
Okay. But I don't know why I was hearing this summer thrown around, but no, it probably won't be till next year.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Scheduled available streaming upon Disney's November 12th. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like there's a release date.
That's fine. I think they're still filming it. So
yeah, which that's fine. Take your time.
For real,
man. But I want to pump the brakes over because we don't talk a lot about this subject a lot, or we don't really talk about gaming in this pod because it's a pop culture podcast. But I like to believe
pop culture.
Yeah, gaming's a good part of pop culture.
We have been neglecting it for a while.
Something that I think is really, really in more than just gaming covers pop culture is like the synthwave, vaporwave style, because that's just
an interesting segue.
That's a style that everyone loves, and I think that what goes hand in hand with that would be this Cyberpunk 2077 video game.
Yes,
which is probably one of my most anticipated games of 2020. But I got some really bad news for you, Matt.
It's delayed.
Yeah, it's delayed from April to September.
Yup,
September 17th. Which, look. This sucks. This is sad news, but it's also good news. Put down the pitchforks real quick. I'll explain. This is good because as CD Projekt Red put it in a statement that they basically want to extend this because even though the game is finished and playable, they still need time to fix it. They still need to patch it out. And here's the official statement that I have from a tweet from
I've read the official statement. Go ahead and read it.
Yeah, so this is the statement that they let out, that CD Projekt Red put out. Yeah, so we are currently at the stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. The Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit, but due to the sheer scale and complexity of all of it, we need some more time to finish playtesting, fixing, and polishing up. So that's good. I would much rather you take your time to make a game as good as this looks like it could be.
So rumor has it that's just an excuse. And that the real reason it was delayed is to wait for more info on PlayStation 5 and Project Scarlet from Xbox. to make sure that they design the game so it can go over to those well. That's a rumor I've been hearing.
Oh,
is they want to buy themselves some more time for that.
I mean, that would make sense.
And so in the meantime, they're gonna patch out more stuff,
but
which is fine. Also,
it's still, if you want to take your time and if you still got more stuff, if you want,
don't release another Anthem.
I would honestly believe that they would use that, even if that is the case, they're still going to use that time to patch it up even more. Because nowadays, even the most well done and patched up game has bugs. Like, it happens, and sometimes you don't miss them. If you're giving yourself an extra 3-4 months?
What, April to September?
Yeah.
5 months?
Yeah. You give yourself a couple more months to go find errors that you might have missed.
I mean, most games have, a 2-year turnaround, give or take? So, I mean, you're buying yourself a substantial fraction of development time.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I think they've been developing it since Witcher 3, right?
Yeah, they have been.
The expansions. But.
Well, no. So they had a team working on it. They had a team working on it towards the end of Witcher 3, and then they brought the whole team over after they finished the DLC.
But when a game company's talking about having a team working on it while they're working on another game, it's usually the creative people doing concept art and storyline stuff.
That's true.
And then once whatever game they're working on, in this case Witcher 3, that's when they get all the devs over and the modelers. I'm not like CD Projekt Red, the first game of theirs I started playing Witcher 3 last week. So 2077 isn't something I'm hugely anticipating, but I probably will end up playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been dedicated to them for years. I've been playing their game since Witcher 1.
And more people I know than people I don't. Or more people I know are huge fans of them than people that aren't.
Yeah. So, but basically, but also they're not a company they're not going to screw you over. They're pretty much for the fans.
And I'm excited to see, in the same vein, where Santa Monica Studios goes.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be, I feel like, similar to CD Projekt Red.
Probably. Have
we heard anything about that, by the way?
No.
Another God of War?
No, I have not heard anything more from them.
They're approaching a time where it might be it's going to lose its momentum. Games get a lot more, especially games like that.
I don't know.
And especially because I thought I was hearing whispers recently about a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel.
We are getting a.
So that's the thing. Horizon Zero Dawn came out how much earlier than God of War?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that was a PlayStation 4 launch title.
Yeah, I think it was too.
But studios.
Yeah. So
I'll have to do some more research on that. I don't know. But another thing, Matt, I want to move off of this subject.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to move on. This is something you actually informed me about that I was not aware of. Christopher Tolkien.
Yeah.
So he has passed away and died at the age of 95. 95.
95.
I don't have much of. I know the name, but I don't know really what.
So he is Tolkien's son, youngest son, I believe, was Tolkien's youngest son. He is pretty much the reason we have anything that any of Tolkien writing that isn't The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. He was the editor and compiler, basically, of everything that's in like the Silmarillion and all the other ancillary novels, because there are a handful of other ones. Mm-hmm. He was the one that was editing those, answering questions on them, expanding on them. Right? That's J.R.R. Tolkien's son. Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know if Christopher Tolkien had any
Christopher
sons.
did, yeah. He passed away. He had helped his father.
Exactly.
In a lot of processes, so.
Very much. He was his prime editor.
Yeah.
I forget who it was that Tolkien bounced stuff off of, but they had a falling out shortly after World War II, I think. And from that point, it was him and Christopher
that
worked on stuff together.
Because R.R. Tolkien was in World War.
J.R.R. Tolkien served in World War I.
World War I, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he had a falling out with his editor, and so Christopher Tolkien acted as his editor.
Yep. I mean, sorry, we wish the best for the family's loss, and
I mean, 95. He lived
a good life. Lived a pretty good life, I think. To say that's your father and to have the life, I would say it was a pretty good life. The last thing I want to talk about, Disney is reportedly they're reported to make another National Treasure 3.
Yeah.
This is a series that I don't have
National
any
Treasure
attachment
3.
for. Yeah. What? This is a Nick Cage movie, so I'll probably see it.
It is a Nick Cage movie.
So this is like 16 years after the first film?
16 years later.
Wow.
And it's being written by the guy who's writing Bad Boys for Life.
How? Wait, that movie's out right now. Bad Boys for Life.
Yes. I'm not sure how...
76 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, that's not bad. So what else did this guy write?
Whoa.
He wrote Top Gun.
Roger Ebert did not rate it very high, though.
Oh.
Put a 2.5 out of 4.
He's dead, so what does he know?
Roger Ebert?
Yeah. Isn't he
Do
dead?
you know who he is?
Which one's the one that died?
Siskel. Siskel? Like Siskel and Ebert?
No, he was the really famous movie reviewer that died.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about.
Anyway, the guy who's writing this also wrote Top Gun, Beverly Hills Cop, Bad Boys, Armageddon, Con Air, Lone Ranger, the one with Johnny Depp, or Johnny Depp and Will Ferrell? Mm-hmm.
But
he wrote The First National Treasure, Black Hawk Down, Bad Boys 2, The New Top Gun, Pirates of the Caribbean, Prince of Persia, Bad Boys for Life, Pearl Harbor, Days of Thunder, Gone in 60 Seconds.
So it makes sense to why Disney likes him.
All of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
He has made every Disney.
Remember the Titans, Gemini Man. This guy's all over the place with movies.
Is that G-Force?
G-Force.
Is that G-Force?
Yes.
Oh,
National Treasure 2, Kangaroo Jack, National Treasure 3. What else do we got? Defiance. I don't know what that is. Yeah, this guy has a very varied track record.
That's awesome, though. I mean, I guess I'm excited for this.
A lot of these movies were absolute absolute cash cows. So
it's funny. I've watched these film. I've watched the first one so many times because
National Treasure,
yeah, because it would, like, teachers in high school would put it on.
Oh, really?
They have movie night, movie days, because it's just whatever, man.
Sure, it's got the Declaration of Independence. That's educational, right?
Yeah. Who's all his wives? It's weird.
Why does he have so many wives?
Wow, it's Nick Cage.
That's fair. Oh.
Did you ever see his movie Face Off?
No, I know I need to, with him and John Travolta, right?
That film. Oh, man.
I need to watch it.
You need to watch it. We're going to sit down and watch it together. That film is so great because it has Nick Cage pretending to be Nick Cage. Because John Travolta switches his face to become Nicolas Cage. So Nicolas Cage has to do the ultimate thing of pretending to be John Travolta playing himself. While John Travolta has to pretend to play Nicolas Cage.
God.
And the experience, the doves, man. The doves.
Man.
There's a point where Nicolas Cage shoots an FBI agent, throws her out of a plane, and the camera looks at him and he just goes,
oh my God.
Well, that happened.
I need to watch that.
We're going to watch it together.
Okay. We need to watch more of those schlocky 80s, 90s
Dude, those
action
films
movies.
are great. In fact,
we'll
you know what?
Time Cop.
Time Cop we can definitely watch. We'll need to watch that
All
too.
right.
But I'll add that stuff to list for some secret things in the future. What was her name? Diane Kruger. That's her name.
Diane Kruger?
Yeah.
What else is she in?
I had a
Inglourious Bastards. That's a great movie.
Huge crush on her in high school.
But yeah, guys, National Treasure 3. Check it out in theaters someday.
Someday, man.
Or it'll go straight to Disney Plus.
Oh, I hope so.
That would be funny.
But that's pretty much it. Yeah. That's it that we had to talk about today, guys.
We finished it.
We did it.
You made it through another episode. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, and we actually did it in a good time.
We did.
I don't know where
I don't know where your timer went, but we finished it in a good amount of time for sure.
38 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
39 minutes.
We'll see where it ends up after editing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been Matt.
I've been Ryan.
Make sure to check us out at www.popcultureunboxing.com. You can find us on Twitter at popcultureunbox.
Unboxing.com.
I think it's just at popcultureunbox. I haven't been paying attention.
Are you talking about Twitter?
On Twitter, yeah.
I think it's just box.
It's at popcultureunbox. Yep.
And
or search Pop Culture Unboxing
Instagram,
Podcast.
It's unboxing.
Yeah. And then you can follow me at Matt Ross VO on Twitter.
You can follow me at Red Steak Ryan on Instagram and Twitter.
And yeah, you guys have good days out there, and we'll see you next week.
We love you.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.